these people that say these things do more damage to Islam than 30 Dajjals put together could possibly do. Honestly, these people really need to get a grip of themselves and study Islam. It is not true, people. First of all, the Prophet never spoke about homosexuals. Okay, let's get the facts clear. These hadiths that they're bringing in Abu Dawood and everything, that man amila amala qawmi Lut, whosoever acts, does an action of the people of Lut. All these hadith, every single hadith to do with this homosexuality is da'if. Da'if, people. It is da'if. There isn't a single Sahih hadith that the Prophet spoke about this. Okay, I'm just saying about the Prophet. Then there's some discussion, did the companions speak about this? Now people say Sayyidina Ali radiallahu anh, they take back 5 different varying narrations to Sayyidina Ali. That Sayyidina Ali said, oh, execute them. He said, chop their head off. No, he said, throw them off a cliff. No, he said, burn them. No, he said this. I don't believe any of these to be authentic. I believe, but if people were going to take them authentically, if people, I mean, as the words of Sayyidina Ali radiallahu anh, this was referring, if they were, that he had said, we're going to kill these particular people. We have to look at who was Sayyidina Ali talking in his lifetime dealing with. And his greatest problem were the Khawarij. Those people who were massacring and butchering people. And they were they were like the fathers of, they were like ISIS on steroids. They were the fathers of this kind of ISIS movement. And they're known as the Khawarij, like an extremist group. Anybody who commits a sin is a kafir. So to them, the companions were kafirs. So they were the target of Sayyidina Ali's that battle and struggle. If anything, maybe, if anything, somebody wanted to believe that Sayyidina Ali was speaking about certain culprits from that group, that they needed to be executed, and people, and maybe whether they were also accused of homosexuality or not, I don't know, some amongst them, but generally just about homosexuality, not about them, I don't believe these to be authentic. Okay, and that's a different discussion that someday we can go through the chains and I can... Now, other scholars said that, look, this hasn't been discussed, therefore we're going to just treat this like zina. This is the same ruling as zina. Like Imam Shafi'i, Ahmad ibn Hanbal and these scholars. Imam Abu Hanifa, other scholars like Ibrahim al-Nakha'i and other scholars like Al-Hakam and Zahiriyah, they said, look, this can't be a had in Islam because Islam never spoke about it. So yes, Imam Abu Hanifa said you can have ta'zir, you can punish these people if you want. If you felt this was a public indecency, you could punish this with a punishment that you come up with. But it couldn't be capital punishment, because in the Hanafi madhab, ta'zir doesn't reach the state of had. So that's the background. Now, Ibn al-Qayyim makes this statement saying that this is the greatest crime after disbelief is just sodomy. And he says sodomy with anybody or anything is just the greatest sin ever. And it's greater than murder, arguably. Which is ridiculous. And I don't want to go into a psychoanalysis right there because I don't want to be disrespectful to Ibn al-Qayyim. But we know what psychoanalysis would kind of lead us to there. But this kind of thing is absurd. And people said nobody, first of all,